2023's Internet provided by SWKO Wireless Internet. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
You know what? It is High Plains Today. Hi, everybody. Welcome. You know what? It's April 26th, a Thursday. On today's show, Stacy Hahn. She is a program officer at the Western Kansas Community Foundation. They got scholarships coming up. They're going to be giving away free money, and we're going to talk all about it. In the meantime, let's see what's happening. A Garden City man has been indicted on drug and gun charges related to distribution of heroin and fentanyl by the U.S. Attorney's Office in Wichita. 41-year-old Adrian LaShawn Perkins was charged with 1 count of possession with intent to distribute heroin, 1 count of possession with intent to distribute fentanyl, and 1 count of unlawful possession of a firearm in furtherance of drug trafficking, 1 count of unlawful possession of a firearm following a felony conviction, and 1 count of unlawful possession of a stolen firearm. Now, the crimes occurred on January 11th in Finney County. If convicted, Perkins faces not less than 5 years in federal prison and a fine of up to $2 million for the drug charges, not less than 5 years in federal prison and a fine of up to $250,000 for the gun charge related to drug trafficking, and up to 10 years in federal prison and a fine of up to $250,000 for the remaining gun charges. Well, the Ness County Sheriff has been charged in federal court months after a pair of arrests. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Sheriff Brian Whipple is charged with 3 counts of wire fraud and 1 count of selling a firearm to a convicted felon. The crimes occurred in 2013, 16, and 17. An indictment accuses Whipple of faxing reports to the Commission on Peace Officer Standards and Training, falsely certifying that deputies had received training. The indictment also alleges he sold a .45 caliber pistol and ammunition to a man he knew was prohibited from possessing a firearm because of a prior felony conviction. If convicted, Whipple faces up to 20 years and a fine of up to $250,000 on each wire fraud count and 10 years and a fine of $250,000 on the firearm charge. Well, the Kansas Department of Revenue announced a new way to determine whether you have the required documents already on file to obtain a new driver's license. Now, the page is located on the KDR website. All you need to do is put in your driver's license number, name, and a date of birth to find out if you have what's needed for a new driver's license. Real IDs will meet new federal requirements for getting on a plane and into federal buildings starting in 2020. Former gubernatorial hopeful Mark Hutton formally endorsed the candidacy of Governor Jeff Collier on Tuesday. He praised Collier and also said that the August Republican primary contest was a 2-man race. If you are a Republican in Kansas, your nominee for governor will either be Jeff Collier or Chris Kobach. Governor Collier's leadership has solidified that choice for me, according to Hutton, who is a former state legislator. As a candidate, Hutton faulted management of CanCare and the Kansas Department for Children and Families. Now, Collier helped create CanCare, and Hutton said in a tweet in 2017 that the responsibility for failures at DCF ultimately resides with Governor Brownback and then Lieutenant Governor Collier. And Governor Collier has also signed into law some new changes to gun laws in Kansas. And one of the charges now makes it a Kansas crime for a domestic violence offender to have a gun. Officers can already get criminal background information when they pull you over. But now in Kansas, a new law will soon give officers another tool to make an arrest. Kansas House Bill 2145 makes it a Kansas crime to possess or own a gun if you've got a conviction for domestic violence in the last 5 years. The law also allows local prosecutors to bring local charges. Now, while the state works on a new system for entering information that will come online in 2020, those who help victims of domestic violence hope the new way to prosecute on the state level will be a way to bring another charge against offenders, and that could help victims. The new law was just signed by the governor, and it goes online next week. The Kansas Supreme Court issued an order yesterday altering deadlines for submitting legal briefs in an education finance case due to an error in the 5-year, $525 million funding bill narrowly passed by the legislature and signed into law by Governor Collier. Chief Justice Lawton Nuss signed the order granting Attorney General Derek Schmidt and lawyers for the 4 plaintiff school districts until May 7th to deliver initial briefs and until May 14th to submit rebuttal briefs. Schmidt requested revision of the schedule in the long-running Gannon case. Now, the bill signed by Collier represented an attempt to bring state aid to K-12 public schools into compliance with the Kansas Constitution. All right, you're looking for something to do tomorrow? Don't miss your chance to meet Kansas Poet Laureate Kevin Robas at 2 special events at Seward County Community College this week. Now, Dr. Robas will speak at the Seward County Community College Library over the noon hour tomorrow as part of the Lunch in the Library lecture series. You can stop by for a free meal, compliments of the library, and take in the Dr. Robas lecture about finding the extraordinary in the ordinary. Then at 7 p.m. Friday, that's tomorrow, plan to attend this year's Poetry Coffee House. The venue has been moved to the Student Union on the campus, where guests can enjoy the same music, refreshments, and coffee house atmosphere with a little more space. All right, there's a look at some of the stuff that's happening out there. You know what? We got a warm-up coming this way. May have some showers in the forecast for next week. Back with that right after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV 23 with host Chris Jewell. TV 23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
College is great, but before you enroll, which do you think is a better way to earn your degree? Live on campus in a dorm where you can't sleep, with a roommate you can't stand, attend lectures that you can't hear, with cafeteria food that you can't eat, or learn online at Independence University. On the porch with your puppy, in the kitchen with your kitten, on your bed with your bunny, your campus is wherever you want it to be. That's Independence University. And you'll also get a laptop and tablet to use in school, and you can keep them when you graduate.
1-800-274-8142.
40 million. That's the number of free phones still available and the number of how many Americans can still get prescriptions free.
Free could be wonderful.
That's why I'm still working at 77 years old to pay off my prescriptions.
I needed to have a prescription filled, and I had to leave because I couldn't afford it.
Call now and see what's available for you. Free prescriptions. Over 10 million people get prescriptions free, and the program has expanded, so another 40 million can. Free dental. Over 15,000 dentists have provided over $330 million in free dental work. Free cell phones. 40 million free cell phones are still available with free minutes and more.
Free cell phone would change my life right now because it is something I cannot afford to get.
Medical supplies like back braces, knee braces, and diabetic supplies may be covered too. The free RX Plus hotline has saved callers over $12 million on their prescription costs. These free programs are now available to 40 million more people. Call now.
When you have credit card debt, the debt suckers, high rate and high pay, never leave you alone.
Debt is really sucking the life out of them. He's picking up the phone.
Oh, no, not Consolidated Credit.
With one call, they can lower their credit card rates.
And consolidate their bills into one low payment.
They'll pay off their debt in no time.
Call Consolidated Credit now.
Because debt sucks.
Call 1-800-380-8565. That's 800-380-8565. Call now.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
Looking off over downtown metropolitan Sublette today. A few clouds out there. We did get some sunshine yesterday. I didn't think it was going to happen, but by golly, it did. Let's take a look at the readings here at the station. We're talking partly to mostly cloudy right now, 60 degrees. 50% the relative humidity. Winds are out of the north at a brisk 18. Barometric pressure holding steady. You look at the current temperatures around the viewing area. Everybody in the 50s and 60s again today. Pretty much everybody is mostly to partly cloudy also. Current dew points around the area. Everybody's in that about 50 degree or 50% area, and everybody's winds are out of the north or northwesterly direction until now. We got another front sliding through. It's going to be through here today, but it's going to warm us up over the weekend. You can see where that lies because we got winds in Dodge City, Medicine Lodge, and Pratt out of the south. Yesterday in Garden City at the regional airport, we got to 59, 92 back in 2012, 33 was the overnight low yesterday, 28. And then we had 1/100th after midnight, after all that other rain rolled through earlier in the week. All right, here's what we're calling for today. Those clouds are going to get out of here because there's no precipitation in them. They're going to burn off. 64 for the high. It's going to be a little breezy, though. Winds are going to be out of the north at 29, gusting up to 40. What's new? It's southwest Kansas, right? Mostly clear. 33 for the overnight low. Winds are going to drop off just a little bit into the 20s and down to 11 or 10 miles an hour overnight. Then tomorrow, here comes the warm-up. 71 for the high. Lots of sunshine. Winds will be out of the west at 8. Then tomorrow night, 42 for the overnight low. Clear skies. South winds at 7. All right, remember yesterday, we had rain in here on Saturday. Now they've cut it back to Sunday, 20% chance. Look at that. We're going to be into the 80s on Monday, and we're still going to stay pretty warm on Tuesday and Wednesday. They're not sure yet, but we may have some precipitation that is going to roll in Wednesday or later of next week. So that's not all bad. I don't think any of it's going to be severe, but it might be between now and then. All right, that's a look at the weather. Stick around. I'll be back with Stacy. We're going to talk scholarships right after this.
Are you a Kansas college student considering a career in broadcasting? Well, listen up. If in the fall you'll be entering your junior or senior year at a Kansas 4-year college or your sophomore year at a Kansas 2-year college and are enrolled in a broadcast program, you may qualify for a scholarship from the Kansas Association of Broadcasters. Application deadlines May 1st. For details, go to KAB.net and click on Student Services. Sponsored by the member stations of the Kansas Association of Broadcasters.
Are you in charge of fundraising for your soccer or baseball team, preschool, elementary, high school, cheerleaders, dance teams, or scouts? Are you all out of ideas? DollarsForYou.com is here to get the dollars for you. Visit DollarsForYou.com and look at all the fast and easy fundraising ideas together in one place. DollarsForYou.com is a Kansas-owned business that has been helping groups raise thousands of dollars for more than 30 years. Check out our trash bag special right now with 40 to 50% profit with bags 150% stronger than Glad or Hefty in team colors, and they're made right here in Kansas. Guaranteed moneymakers include tumblers, cookies, chocolates, and there's no upfront cost. We've got favorites like cookies from Mrs. Fields and Otis Spunkmeyer, signature chocolates, Poppin' Popcorn, and School Spirit tumblers. Peggy and her team have the experience to help your team meet your fundraising goals quickly and easily. Visit DollarsForYou.com today and let us help get more dollars for you.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-521-3583. That's 1-800-521-3583.
College is great, but before you enroll, which do you think is a better way to earn your degree? Live on campus in a dorm where you can't sleep, with a roommate you can't stand, attend lectures that you can't hear, with cafeteria food that you can't eat, or learn online at Independence University. On the porch with your puppy, in the kitchen with your kitten, on your bed with your bunny, your campus is wherever you want it to be. That's Independence University. And you'll also get a laptop and tablet to use in school, and you can keep them when you graduate.
1-800-274-8142.
And we're back. She is Stacy Hahn. She's one of my faves. She is the program officer, Western Kansas Community Foundation, Garden City, America. Well, that's where your office is.
That's right.
We've been through this 100 times. Anyway, but now you guys cover what? 15 counties, Southwest Kansas.
Right.
From Scott County
South to Oklahoma border.
To the Oklahoma Panhandle, excluding, not including, the Oklahoma Panhandle.
Right.
Then from the Ford-Finney County line that way.
That's correct.
So if I got out my map and I went 1, 2, 3, 4, it'd be 15.
It'd be 15.
Okay. All right. That's the new math. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
It's good to see you. I
You
always
too.
enjoy seeing you. All right. So let's talk a little bit about, though, give me, for anybody who hasn't seen Stacy on the show before, give us a quick 411 on Western Kansas Community Foundation.
So we are a nonprofit organization, and we help donors in the community create basically accounts with us where they can make donations and then designate where grants or scholarships from their account go to other nonprofits and students in the community.
Okay, so if somebody has some extra cash laying around, or even if you don't, they can come to you guys and say, here, take my money. I want to establish a scholarship fund.
Mm-hmm.
Or a grant program for such and such.
Correct.
You can either say it's for anybody you guys deem, or I want it to be for such and such, right?
Correct.
That's the two ways you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, you guys have only given away just about $5 million worth of stuff in the last few years, right?
Yep.
Just a little walking around money
Just
for everybody.
a little.
So, all right, let's get it now, because scholarships, we're getting into that time of year. Because graduations start in about, 3-4 weeks?
Right.
So, if somebody wants to get with the Western Kansas Community Foundation, and you can find them at westernkansascommunityfoundation.org, you can find all this information. But what do they need to know, and what do they need to do to get involved in the scholarship program?
So in general, applications and guidelines for all the scholarships that we offer are on our website. You would just need to go to each scholarship and see what the criteria is. So we have some that are specific to nursing students. We have some that are specific to students in Sublette, some that are specific to Gray County graduates. There are a liturgy of different qualifying factors that go into each individual scholarship. And each scholarship may have a different deadline. In general, most of the scholarships' deadline is May 1st.
Well, that's coming up,
that's
people.
coming up.
It's coming up quickly.
Yes.
All right. So now you're talking about each one has a different set of standards that you need to have to qualify for it.
Right.
So these aren't all just a cookie cutter down the middle, boom,
Correct.
apply and get money.
So basically the guidelines for each scholarship is determined by the person who set up the fund and the scholarship. So if they came in and said, I really want to benefit students from Sublette High School, then they could say they need to be a graduating senior from Sublette High School, they need to have a GPA of 2.5 or greater, they need to have this, they need to have this. And those would be the qualifying factors that you may need for that one scholarship. But there may be somebody else who says, well, I want to benefit, like I said, nursing students. And so they need to be going to Garden City Community College's nursing program. And that's the only qualifying factor that I have for them.
Okay. All right. And these are all set up. All right. So when somebody applies, though, and you can see and you can find the applications online on your website, and you look at those, who decides, okay, this is our winner or whatever? Who decides that?
So in a lot of instances, those decisions are made by the grant committee of the Western Kansas Community Foundation. They may get together, if there's an existing contact for that scholarship, they may get together with that contact, and that contact also reviews the applications and says, this would be my recommendation. But then the grant committee goes on to make their own judgment, and they take that recommendation into account. There are some that are decided by external committees. So like we just had one that was created recently for Horace Good Middle School alumni students in Garden City.
That's a long title.
It's a long title.
Wow.
And those scholarships are going to be decided by Horace Good Middle School teachers.
Oh, okay.
So they're decided by an external committee.
All right. So the other grant foundation, though, I mean, who makes up the grant committee?
The grant committee is made up of members of our board, the Western Kansas Community Foundation's board. We have a 16-member board, and there are 7 of those members that serve on the grant committee. And so when we pick our board members, we try to be diverse and pull people from as many of the counties that we serve as possible, so we have a representation of who we serve. And we try to do the same on the grant committee. We try to have a representation from other areas, from other business mindsets and that sort of thing. So we have diversity to have a good discussion about awards.
Okay, so remember, this is the Western Kansas Community Foundation, not just Finney County or Garden City.
Correct.
Your office is in Garden City.
Yes.
Right downtown on Main, close to Pinky's food truck.
That's right.
There's a Stacy and I were talking about Pinky's, and I was wearing a pink shirt, and they have a new food truck deal in Garden City, and you ate there and said it was scrumptious.
Delicious.
So there you go. Anyway, there's our shameless plug for Pinky's. Anyway, so now each one of these scholarships, they have a different, I mean, are they all essay? Is it multiple choice? Oh, I mean, what do you fill out?
So most of them have an application that has 5 or 6 questions that can vary, asking why the scholarship would help you in your college career, what career you maybe want to study in school, what activities you participated in high school, that sort of thing. Several of them also ask for reference letters, 1 or 2, and a couple of them also ask for essays, basically talking about your experience in high school or how the scholarship will help you with your career.
The infamous essay question.
That's right.
Gee, those are the ones that always scared me, essays. Oh, we're going to have a test today, and it's all essay. I hated those. I'm just saying. But it's like they say, okay, so you have to have, you're going to have your records with you. You're going to have to know what your GPA is.
Yes.
Which, like me, C's get degrees. That's what we always said. Don't look for me on the honor roll of anything. Then, now, do all of these scholarship applications come back to you guys at your office?
Not all of them. So the ones that are decided by external committees will go to that committee. Then what our office will receive is just the names of who was awarded the scholarships. And then our office goes through the process of allocating those awards to just the winners. Any of them that are determined in-house, then all of those do go to our office.
All right. So now, are any of these scholarships that are available, are they double scholarships or whatever? I mean, are they going to give more than one away, or are they just all pretty much single?
Yes. No, there are several that give multiple away. Where it might be 2 or 3. There are specifically 2 that give away like 3 scholarships to Gray County students.
Oh, okay. Gray County, hello.
There's one that serves Holcomb and also a school in Ohio because that's where the family is from. And they give 1 scholarship each, 1 to Holcomb and 1 to an Ohio student typically.
You guys administer that all the way to Ohio?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So it's it's Western Kansas Community Foundation / and a school in Ohio.
Well, so through our competitive grants, we serve the 15 counties.
Okay.
Through any designation made by a donor, we can serve anywhere in the United States.
Anybody. Okay.
Anywhere in the United States.
All right, now, let me ask you this. Can you apply for more than 1 scholarship?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we have several. Like if you were to apply for those Gray County scholarships, you can apply for both of them. You can apply for one of them. We also partner with Garden City Community College and provide them just kind of lumps that have been designated for scholarships, and they determine the scholarships. And we also partner with the O'Brate Foundation, and one of their scholarships is specific to Ingalls students. And so you could apply for all 3 of those Gray County specific scholarships, and it makes no difference.
All right, and the same goes for anything else. If you meet the standards
if you meet
that
the
are listed,
qualifications,
the qualifications, boom.
We only look on scholarship by scholarship basis. We don't look at, this person's applied 5 times, so they don't deserve.
That was my next question.
No, we don't look at that.
Okay. All right. So, and then the committee gets together and they go, okay, winner, second, whatever, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, a lot of these are coming up on May 1st, right?
Right.
Okay, so you need to get after this. Western Kansas Community Foundation, WKCF.org.
Yes.
All right, Stacy, good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Stick around. I'll be back with some more right after this.
Hi, I'm Nick Baumgartner, owner of Midwest Barter Exchange.
So what is barter anyway?
Midwest Barter helps you trade what you have for what you really need. You can use Midwest Barter dollars to purchase hundreds of products for your business or personal use without the use of cash. You can even trade for TV advertising right here on KDGL TV 23. Find out more on our website or call 785-383-4965.
What if everything worked like those other guys?
Welcome to Awesome Burgers. If you would like to place an order, press 1. Please hold. You will be connected to the next available drive-thru attendant. Please place your order. For an Awesome Burger, press 1. For orange soda, press 7. For fries, press 15. For tomatoes, press 2. For ketchup, you have pressed an incorrect button. Please hold. Welcome to Awesome Burgers. If you would like to place an order...
At Pioneer Communications, you can talk to a real person ready to help. Call today for service you can rely on.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
When you have credit card debt, the debt suckers, high rate and high pay, never leave you alone.
Debt is really sucking the life out of them. He's picking up the phone.
Oh, no, not Consolidated Credit.
With one call, they can lower their credit card rates.
And consolidate their bills into one low payment.
They'll pay off their debt in no time.
Call Consolidated Credit now.
Because debt sucks.
Call 1-800-380-8565. That's 800-380-8565. Call now.
Okay, if you're a football fan, you know what tonight is. NFL draft kicks off. We're going to finally find out who's going to go number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. If the Browns are going to mess up again, will they take a quarterback? Will they take a running back, et cetera, et cetera? All I know is the Chiefs don't have a first-round draft pick. They got a second round, and they're looking at a linebacker out of Oklahoma to help shore up the defense. So there you go. Let's take a last look at our weather. Hey, it's cooled off 1 whole degree. It's 59 degrees now. Relative humidity, though, still 52%. Winds are still brisk out of the north-northwest at 15. Barometric pressure is holding steady. All right, we're in for a warm-up, though, as we go into Saturday, Sunday. There is a 20% chance of some precipitation and maybe more next week later on. Go out and have a great day. See you next time.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
Hi, I'm Nick Baumgartner, owner of Midwest Barter Exchange.
So what is barter anyway? When we were kids, things were much simpler. Trading one thing for another was something we did at school on a daily basis. As a kid, you didn't have the cash resources to get things you wanted, but you still managed through barter. In today's economy, not every business has the cash required to grow effectively. Prospecting is difficult and time-consuming, leading you to believe things like, I don't have cash to entertain my clients and prospects. There is no money for marketing and advertising, or fixing my work truck, for a new website, social media, printing cards and brochures, mass mailers, accounting, taxes, bookkeeping, consultants, PC repair, dental, radio, TV, legal, alarm system, catering, mechanical, parking, office equipment repair, electricians, networking, medical bills, website, graphic designers, PCs, iPhones, Macs, headshot, plumbing, mechanics, signage, sales training, landscaping, surveillance cameras, leaking roof, and the list goes on. Realizing that running a business can be expensive, many owners and managers have tried to exchange their goods and services for something that they need. Sometimes it works out well, but focusing on trying to make a direct trade is not the best use of your time. Barter Exchange takes that struggle away and allows your business to utilize trade in the form of a one-to-many scenario as opposed to trading directly with another business. We act as a brokerage and marketing firm for companies to grow their business. We can help match businesses to each other with the best fit possible, even if it doesn't mean trading directly with each other. Okay, but how do we keep track of our trade dollars? You can also consider us like a bank, but instead of using cash currency, we utilize barter exchange dollars.
At Midwest Barter, better barter means better business for all of us. You can use Midwest barter dollars to purchase hundreds of products for your business or personal use without the use of cash. You can even trade for TV advertising right here on KDGL TV 23.
Portions of TV23's internet provided by SWKO Wireless Internet. Covering the